Hi there. I just wanted to give a little preview of the upcoming video. It's in two parts, and it's about musings, my musings, sharing with you about how to win and what comes prior to winning. In my experience of being on two Olympic teams and working with Hall of Fame baseball players and lots of everyday folks, just what are the ingredients that are important to be able to win, not only in sport, but in life and in business. If you're an entrepreneur, these are the keys. Part one coming up right now. I have to say I had so much fun today talking to a group of young runners, teens, coming into the last 1 to 2 years in high school, and talking about performance enhancement. You know, what does it take? And this wasn't the context initially, although it kind of flowed into it. What does it take to win? I don't use the word winning often, if at all, because winning, coming in first place, it takes a certain number of other things to have happened first for the first place and the win to happen. And that's important. And my lifelong study of how to perform at a higher and higher level, at a sustainable higher and higher level, with greater ease, sustainably for a higher and higher level, it brought me to this idea and ideas around performance that it started from within. So if I was a shot putter, which I was, and I wanted to throw far, I didn't spend much time talking about that I was going to throw far. There were certain things internally within my mind, how I was thinking, how I wasn't thinking, my emotional state, my regulation of emotions, and whether or not I was capable of regulating them or not, my physical preparedness. How did I prepare my body? If I did certain things in each one of those buckets, I enhanced and increased my odds of being able to perform at a high level, near my capacity or my potential. And if I did that, I would most likely win. And I did that a few times, and I didn't do it a few times. Winning, that is. But the process of learning was what, looking back, what was so fascinating to me and so much fun, is that I was always looking for another way. So I was always seeking out teachers. I was always being mentored by folks that were a lot wiser than I was, that had more years under their belt, experience, and I wanted to learn. And I was open to learning. I was open to be told there's another way, and here's what way you might consider doing it. And so this first part of this talk right now, and what I was talking about earlier with these young athletes, is that winning comes from taking care of yourself mentally, how you prepare mentally, how you react to thoughts you have that may not be most favorable. I don't like myself. I'm not a very good athlete. I don't think I'm good enough to win. How you deal with those thoughts that we all have. How can you quiet the mind? How can you prepare your body for the best performance possible in what I call pre-performing? Pre-performing is actually pre-perform mentally, and you pre-perform physically. And there's an emotional pre-perform as well. I won't get into that right now, but they are all parts of the stew that ends up distilling down into this place from which one can perform at a very high level. So to say, I'm going to go out and make the Olympic team, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make an Olympic team. That was very much a passionate desire of mine. And I was successful twice. And what you're hearing here today is a bit, kind of a part one, I would say, of what my kind of philosophy ended up distilling down into, the stew pot distilled into, as a way to perform at a higher level consistently with greater ease for the rest of your life. And it doesn't have to be shot putting or being in the Olympics. It doesn't have to have anything to do with athletics at all. It can be, you as a leader. It can be you as leading your startup to the next level. It can be you that wants to run with their grandkids as they get older. It can be you that wants to be competent going down the ski slopes like you were 25 again, but you're not 25, you're 65. So the Life Athlete Way is what I was describing to these young runners today about how they needed to put their focus on how they prepared mentally in a state that reduced anxiety and got their mind more quiet, in a way that prepared their body to be loose and relaxed and have the joints as malleable and as friction-free, if you will, as possible, and to go in with a state of mind and a state of being from your heart, moving from your heart, with the intention of, wave to the airplane, and how do you increase the odds and the percentages of winning? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that part one of my musings on how to win at all things sport, life, and business. And if you enjoyed that, please share it with somebody. I'd love you to subscribe to my channel if you're a first timer here. And thank you so much if you're coming back and already subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate that. But I'd love to get this information out to more people if you think it's helpful. So thanks so much. Part two, check it out, coming up. Oh yeah, and don't forget, check out my website, lifeathlete.com. All things about being a life athlete to improve your body, your mind, and your spirit for everything you do.